rather than a Q, or a S. S? No, T is the one below the Q, the S is the huge giant one above the Q. Okay, let's get moving, guys. Lift. Okay. More counting again. 1, 2, 3, and cut. Alrighty. Next block. Yeah. The last block will be a couple of rows at best, I think. How's the straw collecting doing? Straw collecting is fine. Well, this was a different episode, I guess. Me and my crazy hat, my shades. Try having a harvester. But when it comes down to harvesting equipment, I'm really not looking at doing whatever we had. Oh, there's the Lexian 400.
Did you pick those?
Marky picked this one, I picked this one. Well, we already watched it.
Which is, yeah, it's different. Okay.
I accidentally ran over my toe.
Come about. And just about that's it. Good job. Alright, and head back down the row. So yeah, if we go back on cruise, the issue I'm having is the mower. This is 180 horsepower reverse drive, and then this is 160 horsepower reverse drive. So when it comes down to tractors, we can either go for the Valtra N, which is quite cheap, does have reverse drive. Valtra N, that one. It goes up to 200 horsepower. If I go back twice, 165, that's barely enough to run that thing. But I don't need the biggest engine on it. We could go biggest engine on it, just so it does what I need it to do. Get to the end of this row and slow down a bit. How am I doing? We're 45% done. Dude with the straw is filled up, but I want to pay attention to what this is. Or we go to the medium Valtra, the first one, not the Valtra T, which is a little bit more expensive. 210 is minimum horsepower, but that would be, you can do the 195 active, which is the power shift. The Versu that has the electronics inside and the direct, which has the CVT with the electrics inside.
Wait.
We can look at that.
No.
So you've got that nice little console there. The Versu has the same, but with the manual, and then the Active is just a basic.
Okay.
But I could go for a T, or I could go for the fully spec'd N.
No AC.
And then get a mower to cut the grass. We won't be using the windrower. If I get something like a Big M, we won't be using the windrower.
Yeah, but which one? Okay.
What am I saying? Yeah, if we did that and got something like a Big M, the Big M can row. The only time we need a separate rower is when we're using other stuff. When we're creating hay. Now, yeah, foraging crops we've got covered with the forage wagon. Probably not going to be using a mower to forage crops. So really we are down to, in order to make hay, I need a tedder and a windrower, but for all other situations I don't. So maybe the Valtra N is good enough. It's a little bit more horsepower than the 6.
No, I'm making 2 million questions. Like the game had.
I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look what's come up in here since we did a thing. There is a 4-meter cultivator, another spader. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd. Oh, and a man truck. Cool. KRG 250. Oh, that's also, yeah, DRP 300 and a 450. So we got 3 spaders on sale. I really don't need any. It's like, I'm definitely seeing with the amount of used equipment that comes up, there are a lot of duplicates. Typically, I've seen we had the 2 small electric tractors, or one small electric tractor came up at the same time another one did. If we're looking for a thing, it's almost like, well, we've got a choice which one we want sometimes. But a lot of time we're not seeing anything we absolutely want right away. Okay, you're good. Let's go. I'm not going to lease tractors. Well, I'm not. We're not doing long-term lease, so we're not doing lease to own. We're doing take out a loan and buy a thing. I don't really want to push what we have. I think having, I mean, even a Valtra N would run that mower, but it is a little on the small side. But much cheaper than the Q we're running. The Q will go up to 300, 305, I think, top level. So we bought small engine Q. because starting tractor, it needed to do all the things. So it has reverse drive to run the mower because that's what I wanted it for. And if I hadn't bought the mower, I wouldn't need reverse drive on it. And then we also have, it needed a front loader. I don't have anything with a front loader at the moment. So if I got rid of the queue, I would need to have something with a front loader. There was a Manitou last month. Unfortunately, that's dropped off sales now. So I'm kind of stuck with the queue right now. Now that we're into summer, there's less reason to have the queue out and about. Although collecting straw is collecting straw. If we get on to doing soybeans and corn and stuff like that, canola, at that point there's no straw to collect. So we're only using the class. We are about to fill up again. Am I going to hit the end?
Dude, stop doing the door.
I'm about to get, yes.
What do you want?
Done.
Oh, what do you want?
So, this is actually,
What food are we gonna have for lunch?
okay, we have 20,000 litres. Oats is incredibly
What
low
do you wanna
weight.
eat right now?
Because the volumetric percentage is 38%, and I'm assuming the weight percentage is 39%. So, put that in there, turn it all off. You're still running. You're good to go when you're empty. So I'm thinking one of the black Agco harvesters I would like to have. If they have multiple headers, I could go with the smallest header possible on them. It means we're not harvesting quite so much width, so it'll take us a little bit longer to harvest, but it will be far less grief trying to pull in and out of some of these fields. Or I'll be chopping hedges at the field entrances. Whoops.
A doggy.
But still, just because I can get the field entrance opened out doesn't mean that I can, that field directly behind us with all the green stuff in. I could cut the hedge wider so I can get the harvester in, but I can't maneuver the harvester in that track to get it lined up. It's a fight. How's okay, the straw truck's nearly full. I'm kind of okay leaving it to drop this run. We've got about 2 rows over there. We'll get those done. We'll get the triangle over there done. And then I'll do a couple of run rounds with the straw collection. And haul the oats off to the grain mill, I believe it's going. And maybe we'll call today done. Definitely not doing any yard work today, because it has now decided to start raining. That's a shame. It was a nice, it was a nice morning, very sunny, but with dark ominous clouds. And now it's just light grey clouds that are constantly raining, so ah well. Okay. GPS on, lower the head, and let's just get this thing done. I may do an outside turn on this rather than an inside turn. I'll keep the pipe on the outside in case needed. We're not going to need it. So, anyway, nice green tractor thing. Threshers are adjustable. There we go. Is that a bit better? Hauling the top off the oats and leaving the stalks to just get chopped. Okay, yeah, it looks like about 2 rows here. So down the back, we can stop at the end. I'll probably haul over to where the grain cart is. We'll move the grain cart out of the way so that we can finish off all of the straw collection. And then we can finish up the contract. How are we doing with contracts? So we've only got these. We're doing that one. There's a lot more harvesting contracts starting to come up. Way more than we had. Oh, the cultivating contracts are still there. There's a couple of liming contracts. A little unexpected. I could do those with the Deutz. Although we've still only got that tiny spreader, and I don't want to be running around the map picking up lime and then coming back again and running 2 rows and then running off to pick up more lime. It's kind of frustrating. I could put it on a worker and say, hey worker, buy lime, but don't want to do that either. Now, obviously, as the farm gets bigger and the fields get more spread out, potentially having a big spreader would help with spreading lime. At which point, doing contracts isn't so bad. When you're carting sort of 20,000 litres of lime to a field, you can get most of the field done at that point. Run out of drinking stuff.
Hello. I said that 3 times in a row.
Okay then. There we go. So 70%, 73%. See how my guess is. Maybe only 72. No. That's 2. 73%. Oh no, we've still got the other triangle. Now. Do I think we'll get the rest of the triangle in. I'm not sure. I'm going to drop some of this in the cart. I could go American style, get myself an auger wagon and a truck. Still use the, we can use this cart for foraging. That's not an issue. It doesn't have a very good weight capacity, but grass and hay are fairly light. We won't get hay into it. Grass and other silage sources are fairly light, so I can definitely think about using that with the forage harvester. Not a problem. It'll allow us to keep with the forage harvester for longer, so our foraging work will take less time. I could have done a chop straw at this point. I still could. Yeah. You know what I might do is okay, I need to take a very quick break, so what I'm going to do is line this up here, set it off on a worker. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Straight and go. Okay, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, looks like the worker got done. I don't know that it did a very good job. It did a job. Should be able to cut this at an angle. Get it all, yes. Alright, so what are we up to? 21%. That's very close to, I might not have got that all in. Where's my grain cart? Over here. Alrighty, how's the grain cart? Oh, it's not going to tell us because the engine's not on. Still, we can lower the header, fold that up. Close that off, turn the engine off, and let's get that off of the straw swath. So 39% full, no, 76% full. Not bad, I guess. Turn that off. Oh. And let's get that up and running. Let's go and dump this straw. I could send the Axion off to deliver. That's a thought. Gets it out of the way. And then we'll see what's what. Okay.
Mommy, can you take a few for me?
Valtra needs a repair.